I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America
and to the republic for which it stands,
one nation,
under God, indivisible, liberty and justice for all.
Hey RHS, I'm Jessica Thompson.
And I'm Hannah Daw, and this is your daily dose for Thursday, April 19th, 2018.
Attention athletes, Vince Palazzolo has been at the games taking action shots. If you're interested in purchasing any, go to palazzolophoto.com.
Any student who is absent for testing will be testing during the week of April 23rd. One roster for each test will be posted on the window of the principal's office. If a student was absent during testing, he or she should check the window to find out what day they are testing and where. All tests will start first thing in the morning.
The Gay Straight Alliance is meeting April 25th after school in Mr. Key's room. New members are always welcome.
The nomination forms for student council and class officers are available for students to pick up in the front office. Completed forms are due to Mrs. Reynolds by 9 a.m. tomorrow. Elections will tentatively be on May 8th. All other information is on the forms for students.
Also, there is a $500 scholarship from Henry Ford Medical Staff for any student who will be pursuing medicine in the fall. See your counselor for an application.
The class of 2020 is selling popcorn to raise funds. This is the last week to get some. Stop in the LMC for samples.
Hayden took a closer look on the Lil Skies mixtape.
What up, RHS? It's your boy Hayden, and we're back here with another review. And this time it's on Life of a Dark Rose by Lil Skies. Lil Skies is a new rapper coming up in 2018, and he just dropped this new mixtape. And every song on this mixtape is fire. Back-to-back bangers. The whole thing consistently is fire. From the first track to the last track. I mean, every song you can bump, you can chill to, you can turn up to, get lit. Honestly, it doesn't matter the situation. But some of the best songs, in my opinion, are Welcome to the Rodeo, Lust, Signs of Jealousy, Boss Up, Big Money, and Lettuce Sandwich. Production-wise, every beat's nice and every song is just fire. I'm really looking forward to see what Lil Skies has for us in the future. Hopefully he can drop more bangers, but we're gonna have to wait and see. And I rate this mixtape a 10 out of 10, because literally every song on here is fire. Hopefully you guys go check it out and give it a listen. Now back to the anchors.
Thanks, Hayden.
Attention juniors and seniors, BASF's Alchemy Group will be visiting on Friday, April 27th during second hour in the LMC. They will discuss career opportunities at BASF, and they will also discuss the importance of open and accepting workplaces, including for lesbian, bi, gay, and transgender employees. If you are interested in attending, sign up in the CRC.
Seniors, BASF's Organization for LGBTQ Employees and Allies is offering 2 scholarships to graduating seniors with a GPA of at least a 2.5. Applicants must write an essay. Pick up an application in the CRC or in Mr. Key's room. The deadline is Friday, May 11th.
On April 22nd at the Elizabeth Park Baseball Diamond in Trenton, the Humboldt Broncos hockey team vigil will be at 6:30 p.m. Please wear a jersey if you have one and bring a hockey stick if possible. There will be a few guest speakers, a prayer, names of victims will be read, and hockey sticks will be raised. Due to the number of people interested in the event, please do not bring balloons to release. Let's all get together and support the Broncos hockey team and families.
Vaping is a serious issue permeating high school and middle schools throughout the country, but it is a habit that is not as safe as some people think. Adriana and Ashley looked into the vaping trend.
With the increase of vaping in our school and community, students are unaware of the negative effects it can have on them in the long run. Although the effects are negative, the roots started in a positive place.
Vaping was first developed by a gentleman whose dad was a heavy smoker, and he thought it would be better for his dad to vape instead of smoke. And that's kind of how it started.
Although students think that vaping can cause them no harm like cigarettes and tobacco, they are unaware of the real harm it can cause.
Truthfully, I'm very concerned about the increase in vaping and vaping in general. The fact that the feeling is that I think kids feel like because it's not smoking that it's not as harmful to them. And I think if you look at the all the information on it, the data, that it is dangerous, very dangerous.
Students tend to believe that it's safer than any other nicotine products.
The vaping today has become so widespread, and what teenagers don't know, and I highly recommend they do their research, is even the vaping without nicotine, it's a liquid that goes into the lungs, and there's been an increase in something called popcorn lung. There's been an increase in, believe it or not, infections that are related to mold that can develop in the lungs. Second is the vape that involves nicotine, and they found in some studies that teenagers who vape with nicotine are 6 times more likely to continue and smoke cigarettes. The nicotine is highly addictive, and they're also doing studies because the teenager's brain is not fully developed until they're 25. That is also impairing cognitive development. And the third level would be the use of marijuana in the vapes, which is also highly dangerous. I really encourage teenagers to do some research on their own.
Even though vapes are easily accessible to use, students should be aware of the dangers before purchasing one.
The fact that vapes are very small, like the Juul or the Soren vapes, and the kids just think that it's either okay and they don't really understand the harm, or it's just part of that teenage kind of pushing the limits kind of thing.
Here at RHS, we have experienced people vaping in the hallways, possibly the locker rooms, in the bathrooms. It is a problem that we will be dealing with, and hopefully that we can solve this, and students really need to educate themselves on the topic of vaping.
So we take that very serious. The other part of it is that they will, try and do it in school and try and do it in the bathrooms. So it's very serious, and we are seeing an increase, but we are also, learning more about it.
Due to brain development, the addictive of the nicotine, the damage to the lungs, I just don't think that we really realize that what started as a good solution for one man's dad, I think that it's taken on a whole new level.
Remember the negative effects vaping can have on your body before doing it.
Thanks, girls.
Attention seniors, ticket sales for prom end this Friday. You can purchase them in the counseling office. The cost of a ticket is $75. Prom is May 4th from 6:30 p.m. to 11 p.m. Teddy's is offering prom specials. You can buy a rose corsage and rose boutonniere for $25 or a Gerber corsage and a Gerber boutonniere for $18. Teddy's offers a variety of flower colors and bows. Accents can also be added too. Get down to Teddy's today to order yours by Friday, April 27th.
This year they are doing things a little differently with prom seating. There will be a seating chart. Please see Mrs. Barnes or Miss Merrifield to list your group of friends you would like to be seated by. If you do not see us by tomorrow, we will place you on the seating chart accordingly.
It's time to sign up for the blood drive. For information and to sign up to donate blood, go to the RHS blood drive to mrskg.weebly.com and read directions carefully.
Now here's Rachel with your sports report.
Hey RHS, I'm Rachel Barra and this is your daily sports report. Varsity baseball had a game yesterday against Southgate. More on that tomorrow. Varsity girls soccer played yesterday also at Taylor Kennedy. More on that tomorrow. Track so far has only had one meet. Last year, some people have made it to states. They are working very hard to get back there. Dominic went and found more about it.
Track season's coming up, RHS, and we're taking a look in on the reigning state qualifiers. What events do you run in?
I run the 300 hurdles, 100 hurdles, 4x1, and 4x2.
I run the 100-meter hurdles, the 300-meter hurdles, and depending on the race, relays.
I throw discus, I throw shot put, and I also high jump.
How do you expect to get back to states this year?
Hopefully to get back to states, I'm going to qualify individually for the hurdles, but we never know. We might put together some relays and get them out there too.
With Coach Flip working out and stuff, working on more explosive things inside the ring and stuff, and just kind of calming myself down.
Practice hard every day at practice and give it my all.
Is there anything you're going to do differently than last year?
Well, we have almost all new coaches, so the workouts are a little bit different, but they're good.
I'm really working on form this year, and honestly not being so nervous. I've been to states twice, and I just got really nervous when I got in the ring. But with my coach this year, we have a new coach. I think he's going to help me out with my nerves a lot.
This year, I'm just training harder. I know that it's going to be harder to get to states, so kind of just testing my limits a little bit and trying new stuff.
What events do you run in?
I run the 2, 4, and 1.
I run the 200, 400, and 800.
How's the track team going to be this year?
We're going to be good. We got a lot of young talent, a lot of young guys. We're going to be straight.
It's going to be all right, Hopefully you can win leagues, It's going to be all right.
And what are your goals for this season?
Hopefully I can make states for the 4 and 4x4, and hopefully we can win leagues this year. I have faith in the team. But
my goals is to make it to states for the 2 and the 4, win leagues, and break 2 school records.
Let's see if they can hurdle their way to states, RHS. Now back to the anchors.
Thanks, Dominic. Girls softball played against Southgate yesterday. More on that tomorrow. That's all for your sports report. Now back to the anchors.
Thanks, Rachel.
Happy birthday to
Helena Barron.
Hey, Jessica, what did the policeman say to his belly button?
What?
You're under a vest. Stay punny, RHS.